Hi everyone, I'm Kiki and today I'm going to show you how to make the easiest oil-free naan. When we first transitioned to this lifestyle, I could not find a fat-free naan to save my life, and everything I did find had a lot of oil in it, or it had a lot of the vegan yogurts out there, and those still have a lot of fat, and it's not something I carry all the time or have on hand all the time, and they're expensive. So I played a lot around with this recipe I created, and it is seriously easy and we love it, and it is absolutely fat-free. I add no oils, I don't cook it with any oil, and you still get this crispy, delicious naan. I'm somewhat of a lazy cook, so I don't make my Indian food the same day I make my naan. Just as a general rule, I try to avoid that. And like a good chili, Indian food is even better the next day. So I actually made all our Indian food last night or yesterday, and we're just gonna reheat it today and have it with our fresh hot naan. All right, for the naan, it's really simple. You're gonna start with 3.5 cups of flour. I normally use whole wheat flour, but I'm all out, so I'm using white flour today, but they're interchangeable. So if you wanna use whole wheat, use 3.5 cups of whole wheat. Okay, so 3.5 cups of flour. Then I'm gonna add 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, and you can leave this out. We just love the garlicky flavor. And then I'm gonna add about 1/4 teaspoon, maybe 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt, and that's optional. You can leave that out. Then I'm gonna add 2¼ teaspoons of rapid rise yeast. And I think it needs a little more, okay. And then 1/3 cup of applesauce. And then 1 cup of really warm water. And you wanna pour the water in slowly as you're mixing the ingredients. Now that the dough has come together, I am going to put on my dough hook attachment. If you don't have one, then you can just do this by hand. But I'm going to put on the dough hook attachment, add just a little bit more flour, and then let it knead for at least 5 minutes. All right, so I have my dough hook attachment on and locked in place, and I'm gonna turn it on and start adding just a little bit of flour until it pulls together. So I let mine knead for 5 minutes, and as you can see, it's nice and elasticy like that. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna let it rest. I'm gonna cover it with foil to trap the heat from the hot water we added and the yeast rising. So I'm gonna cover it with foil and let it rest for 10 minutes. Beeping you guys heard while I was making the dough is my Instapot letting me know my rice is ready. Woo, it's gonna be a good dinner. All right, so this has been resting for 10 minutes. So now all I'm gonna do is form it into a ball like this. And I'm gonna put it back in, cover it back up, and just let it sit for an hour. And then it'll be ready to roll out and cook. All right, so here's our dough. It's nice and raised, and all I'm gonna do is just punch it down and kind of fold it over itself, and then grab just a little ball. Let's see if I can do this. Just to fill the palm of my hand. All right, so I have my dough right here, and I just coat it in flour and then roll it out real quick. Until it's nice and thin. And you can try to do nice oval pieces. I just roll out whatever it wants to become, it is. So just a nice thin piece like this. And then this is my trick to not using any oil on your hot griddle. This is a hot nonstick griddle. So there's no oil in here, and I'm not gonna spray that with oil, spray this with oil, and you're still gonna get this delicious flavor. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my tongs and dip this through a dish of water. And then I am just going to put it on my hot griddle, and it's gonna cook up really nice. Once it's browned on this side, I'll flip it over. And again, I just roll them into a ball that fits into the palm of my hand, and then I just kind of flatten them out and roll them in the flour, and the water gets all that excess flour off and gives you that nice crispy texture without any fat. All right, so see, that is perfect. That one's ready to be flipped. See, and no oil necessary. All right, and then I just place the naan in this dish with some paper towel, and I keep it covered to keep it warm until I'm ready to serve it up. All right, guys, here it is. It makes about 16 beautiful big pieces of bread. I will show you my beautiful Indian food and how it all plates up. All right, there she is, guys. This is a yummy curry lentils and curried potatoes, white rice, and the naan. So delicious. It's like a miracle. I don't even know how I lost 46 pounds, and I continue to lose the weight eating this way. Remember, you guys can find me for more food inspiration on Instagram at Plantiful Kiki and Facebook at Plantiful Kiki as well.